Salve Discipoli, and welcome to week 5 of our distance learning extravaganza. So this is for the week of Monday, April 20th to Friday, April 24th. Okay, and if you've been redirected here, you are probably a member of the 3rd grade Latin class. Okay, so just to kind of get us started, let's go through what we need to do this week. Okay, so pretty much you're going to watch this video, okay, while you're filling out the week 5 work packet. Then you're going to take the pictures of and submit the week 5 work packet. And then you have to take and submit an open book quiz, okay, and that's all on Google Classroom for your convenience, okay? So without further ado, let's go through this week's packet together, okay? So part A, last week was spring break, and speaking of which, I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter, and I hope you guys had some good quality family time to hang out, relax, enjoy yourselves, okay? My Easter break was great, so that's something. Let's go through now and go over the quiz that we took last time. Okay, so let's just go through this now. Okay, Gaudium Gaudii. All right, that is joy. Forum fori, neuter. Okay, that is the public square. Okay, and in English we do still use the word forum, so that's totally acceptable. Okay. Next, oppugno, oppugnare, oppugnavi, oppugnatum. Okay, that's I attacked, to attack, I attacked, attacked. Okay, next, oppidum, oppidi. That's a town. Okay, next, aedificium, aedificii. All right, that's a building. Okay, which pattern is the sentence Regina parat? Okay, let's think about our chant now. Okay, pattern A has a simple form. It's made with a verb and a subject noun. SNV, SNV. Pattern A has a simple form. Pattern B is a pattern of being. 2 nouns surround a small LV. SNLV, PRN, SNLV, PRN. Pattern B is a pattern of being. Okay, so Regina parat. All right, that looks like it's got 2 words in it. Regina, which is your subject noun, and parat, which is your verb. Okay, so SNV, that's pattern A. Okay, now, auxilium auxilii. All right, that's going to be help. A noun's ending tells you what the noun is doing there. That is, it tells you what the blank blank is. Okay, and what do noun endings tell us? All right, noun endings tell us about the noun job. Okay, that's why we have case. All right, and we'll talk a little bit more. Remember last time we talked about the nominative case as the subject noun. Okay, that's its noun job. That's what it does. Okay, and we'll go over that again, so don't worry. All right, periculum periculi, danger. Okay, fatum fati, fate. Praemium praemii. Okay, and that is a reward. Okay, next. In Latin, you can usually tell what the subject noun of the sentence is because the noun is in the blank case. All right, we've got our 5 cases listed below: nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, and ablative. All right, the one used for subject nouns is the nominative case. Okay, ambulo, ambulare, ambulavi, ambulatum is I walk, to walk, I walked, walked. Okay, mando, mandare, mandavi, mandatum, that's I entrust, to entrust, I entrusted, entrusted. Okay, collum, colli, that is a neck. And the way you can remember that, all right, the collar of your shirt, right, goes around your neck, does it not? Okay, all right, the collar bones on your bodies, right, surround your neck, right? They're kind of just like right around your neck area, right? So column, colli, and you can think of your neck as like a column that supports your head too. Okay, so those are 3 cool ways to help you remember column, colli. All right. Now, when you guys see questions like this on these online quizzes, okay, with the squares in the box, like the square answers, okay, that means that you can select more than one option. All right, so what are the possible noun jobs of the nominative case? There's 2 answers here. Okay, one of them, we said before, is the subject noun, and the other has the answer already in it. Okay, it's the predicate nominative, right? The nominative case is used for predicate nominatives. Right, I guess that makes sense. Okay, astrum astri. All right, that's a word for star. Okay, it's where we get the word astronomy from, the study of the stars. Okay, all right, here we go. Which pattern is the sentence? Julia amat. Okay, remember, pattern A is SNV, and pattern B is SNLV, All right, so what do we got here? Looks like we got Julia, which is your SN, and amat, which is your verb, okay? So it's pattern A. All right, next. Donum doni. Okay, that's a gift. Okay, if you give a donation to somebody, right, you're giving, pretty much it's a gift. Okay, that's where we get the word donate from. All right, next. Which pattern is the sentence magistra est femmina? All right, we have to remember our patterns. Pattern A is SNV. Pattern B is SNLVPRN. All right, so what do we got here? We've got magistra, which is your SN, but what kind of verb is est? It's a linking verb. Okay, so we've got SNLV, which means femina, all right, that's a PRN. So this is a pattern B sentence. All right, same thing with the next one. Which pattern is the sentence servus est socios? All right, you've got an SNLV PRN. That's pattern B. Okay, remember, est is a linking verb. Okay, pattern B is a pattern of being. Next, beneficium beneficii is a benefit or a gift. Okay, which pattern is the sentence socius intrat? Okay, remember, pattern A is SNV, and pattern B is SNLVPRN. So what do we got? Socius is your subject noun, and intrat is your verb. That's pattern A. Okay, next, predicate nominatives blank the subject. Okay. The answer is rename. Okay, because predicate nominatives give you more information about the subject. It's just another noun describing the subject. Okay, so like Magistra Slade is a lady, right? Magistra Slade and lady, they're both describing the same person, me. Okay, so they're renaming the subject. Next, Caelum caeli. Okay, that is sky. Okay, which of the following is our linking verb? 'Tis sum esse fui futurum. Okay, define exemplum exempli. Okay, that's example. Neco necare necavi necatum. That's I kill, to kill, I killed, killed. Okay, predicate nominatives are always used with what kind of verbs? Linking. Right? SNLVPRN. Okay, linking verb. That's what that LV stands for. Pugno, pugnare, pugnavi, pugnatum. I fight, to fight, I fought, fought. Okay, which pattern is the sentence? Julia est puella. Okay, est is a linking verb, so it's got to be pattern B. All right, fermentum, fermenti is grain. And you know my legal name, so Okay, and when you're done, remember you always have to hit that submit button. Okay, make sure I got it. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, so now, whoops, let's go back to, that was the quiz. All right, and if you have any questions, remember you can always just leave me a comment on Google Classroom. I'll get back to you. Okay, so part B. Okay, it's time for our speed test practice. Okay, remember it's not actually a test, so don't freak out. All right, the directions are as follows, and let's not highlight in black because that would not be cool. Let's do it in a nice yellow. Okay, directions. Pause the video and fill in the endings below. When you've filled in all that you can remember, press play and resume the video where we will go over the endings and chants together. Okay, so fill in these charts now, okay, and try that one too. All right, you've got your noun endings up here and you've got your verb endings here. All right, so pause the video, fill in what you can, and then when you're ready, hit play and we'll go over the answers together. And welcome back. Okay, it's time to go over the answers just like I promised. Okay, so here are your answers. Okay, so if you need more time, which you probably will, pause the video now and check your answers against mine, fill in the ones you missed. All right, the cool thing about these speed tests is that it tells you what you need to study and which ones you don't remember. Okay, and also I'd like to point out that this chart here, the second declension neuter, is kind of new to us. All right, so I want you to get in the habit of writing these endings down, okay? And the verb one is also kind of new in that I've just added it to the speed test. Okay, so you'll get used to these. All right, but when you're ready, you're gonna press play on the video, and we'll go through the chants together. Once you've done checking your answers, of course. And welcome back to Latin. All right, so let's go through the chants now that you've checked your answers. All right, and 5, 6, 7, and A, E, A, E, A, N, A, E, A, R, U, M, I, S, A, S, I, S, 2. Now the first declension's through. Now we're on to number 2. U, S, I, O, U, M, O, I, O, R, U, M, I, S, O, S, and I, S, 2. U, M, I, O, U, M, O, A, O, R, U, M, I, S, A, I, S. That's the neuter second declension. Wah, wah. Okay, so those were our chants, and don't be sad if you missed it this time. We're going to do it every week, okay, just to get you in the habit of doing that. Okay, and now let's do our verb chants down here. Okay, conjugating Latin verbs as easy as can be. O-S-T, M-U-S-T, I-S-N-T, O-S-T, I-U, he, M-U-S, that means we. T-I-S is y'all and N-T they, hooray! Conjugating Latin verbs as easy as can be. O-S-T, M-U-S-T, I-S-N-T. Okay, so that was our verb song. Nice. Okay. So make sure you have these answers written down. And without further ado, we're going to move on to part C. All right, we're going to do a little more chant review. Okay, this is from before spring break, or Easter break. Okay, we did a new chant called the sentence pattern chant. What I'd like you to do is please pause this video now. Okay, let's read the directions. Pause the video and fill in the blanks below. When you've filled in all you can remember, press play and resume the video where we will go over the chant together. So pause the video now and write the answers in, please. And and welcome back to the Latin video. Let's go over the answers. Ta-da! Okay, these were the words you should have filled in. Actually, we're going to make that a little bit bigger, sorry. Okay. Okay. So make sure you check your answers, and then we're going to go over the sentence pattern chant together. Okay, so if you're ready, here we go. Pattern A has a simple form. It's made with a verb and a subject noun. SNV, SNV. Pattern A has a simple form. Pattern B is a pattern of being. Two nouns around a small LV. SN, LV, PRN. SN, LV, PRN. Pattern B is a pattern of being. Pattern C is similar to B. A noun needs an adjective, don't you see? SNLVPRA. SNLVPRA. Pattern C is similar to B. Ta-da! Okay, so that is the sentence pattern chant. And do not despair, because we will be going over it again. Okay, review is the cool thing, right? The cool thing that these cool kids are doing these days. Woo. All right, so that's part C. Now part D, okay? I'd like you to note there's no chapter 10. Okay, we went straight from chapter 9 to chapter 11, and that's because chapter 10 is a review chapter. Okay, so we don't need to do that. We're going to go straight into chapter 11. We're moving right along here. Okay, we're doing pretty well, and we're keeping up pace. So that's awesome. So let's do the directions. Okay, let's read those directions. Go along with the video, hee hee, and pronounce the new vocabulary words with me. All right, so here we go. Okay, now remember, we always color code our vocabulary lists. So what I've already given you, what colors everything should be. Okay, we got two different types of words here this week. We've got verbs, which are green, and we've got adjectives, which are orange. Okay, so once we're done writing all this stuff out, what I'd like you to do is definitely go back and color code them. I'm going to do it really quickly on my screen here so you can see what I mean by that. Okay, but first, let's pronounce them and go over what the meanings are. All right, so number 1, please repeat after me. Creo, creare, creavi, creatum. One more time. Creo, creare, creavi, creatum. Okay, and that simply means I create, to create, I created, created. Okay, remember, it's going to follow that same pattern that we've been seeing. Okay, not the sentence patterns, but the verb patterns. Remember, I blanked to blank, I blanked blanked. All right, we've been seeing that since week 1 of 3rd grade Latin. Okay, you've seen it, you know it, you love it. All right, next, number 2, please repeat the Latin after me. Exploro, explorare, exploravi, exploratum. Okay, one more time. Exploro, explorare, exploravi, exploratum. Okay, sorry, just make that a little thicker. Okay, and that means I explore, to explore, I explored, explored. Okay. Okay, remember, if I'm going too fast, you can always just pause the video, okay, so you have time to catch up. All right, that's the nice thing about this video lesson. All right, it's not like it's in class where, you have to be like, wait, magistra, hold on. Okay, number 3. Please repeat after me. Cogito, cogitare, cogitavi, cogitatum. One more time. cogito, cogitare, cogitavi, cogitatum. Okay, and that means I think, to think, I thought, thought. So please write that down. Alrighty? So that's number 3. Number 4. Please repeat the Latin after me. Muto, mutare, mutavi, mutatum. One more time. Muto, mutare, mutavi, mutatum. Okay, and that means I change, to change, I changed, changed. So please write that down. Okay, now, quick little side note. Those of you who like all those like superhero kind of dudes, right? Has anybody heard of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or the X-Men, right? They're known as the mutants, okay? That's where we get that word from, mutant, okay? Mutant simply means it's a change, okay? There was a change that occurred, okay? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are turtles that had to go through some kind of change. Okay, same thing with, all the X-Men, like Wolverine and all those super cool guys, right? Okay, they went through some kind of change to make them different than, your typical human. All right, so that's one way that you can remember that. Now, please repeat number 5 after me. Dubito, dubitare, dubitavi, dubitatum. One more time. Dubito, dubitare, dubitavi, dubitatum. Okay, and that means I doubt, to doubt, I doubted, doubted. Okay, and if you don't know how to spell that, you can check it out right here. But I have a feeling you guys are some excellent spellers. Okay, that's number 5. All right, now we've only got a couple more left, 5 more, almost there. Okay, we're moving on to a new part of speech, okay, adjectives. And adjectives are going to be orange, all right, that's our color coding here. Okay, please repeat after me. Magnus, magna, magnum. Okay, and that means large or great. Okay, like the great large peach, right? Like James and the giant peach, like James and the large peach. Okay, or the large cheeseburger that Magistra had for lunch today. Wonderful. Sorry, I'm always thinking about food. Food is great. Okay, please repeat number 7 after me. Parvus, parva, parvum. One more time. Parvus, parva, parvum. Okay, and that means small. Okay, like the small mouse or the small child. Okay, the small lizard running across the water. Okay. Alrighty. Number 8, please repeat after me. Verus, vera, verum. One more time, please. Verus, vera, verum. Okay, and that means true. Okay, like the true letter. Okay, means the letter was true, right? Or the true meaning. Okay. Excuse me. All right. My goodness. Okay, number 9. Please repeat after me. Falsus, falsa, falsum. One more time. Falsus, falsa, falsum. Okay, and that means false. Alrighty. Number 10, please repeat. Dubius, dubia, dubium. Okay, and that means, oh, sorry, one more time. Dubius, dubia, dubium. Alright, that simply means doubtful. Oops, sorry, that was a weird U. Okay, so those are our new Chapter 11 vocabulary words. Alright, now you can, start adding them to your study when you do study, okay? And remember, studying on Quizlet totally counts. All right, you should always be studying your vocabulary. And here's where I'm going to remind you. Remember, okay, now that we're back in school, okay, you've got 2 more weeks left to finish your April flashcard calendar. Okay, remember, I'm requiring only 100 minutes this month. Okay, so study. Now you can add Chapter 11 to your study. All right, sweet. We're just cruising right along here and learning some new vocabulary words. That's awesome. Alrighty, now, Part E. Okay, we're going to go through our Chapter 11 grammar chant. So the directions say to go along with this video and fill in the chart with me. All right, so you're going to do that. I'm going to fill this in, you're going to fill this in, and it's going to be great. Okay, so here we go. All right, the first column is os, e. Actually, we'll do it this way, I'm sorry. O, o. Second column is e, orum, is, os, is. Okay, that's one part of the chart. Second part of the chart is as follows. A, I, a, I, arum, is, as, is. Okay? And finally, we've got our third part of the chart, excuse me. Okay, it's e, o, o. Okay, and last column, a, orum, is, a, is. Okay, now, these endings should look very familiar to you, and we're going to talk about why. Okay, so if you need more time, pause the video, finish writing these in, but if not, without further ado, we're going to move right along, and we're going to go to our Chapter 11 grammar notes. Okay, this is our grammar lesson for the day, for the week rather. Okay, so same as last time, we're going to read through the notes here, okay, and you have the same in your packet, so read along with me. Then we're going to answer some grammar questions, okay, that have to do with the passage. All right, all the answers are in here, so okay, be sure that you are pay attention. All right. Okay. Adjectives. All right. We've talked a bit about nouns and verbs so far. Remember, a noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. A verb is an action word. Now it's time to bring up a third part of speech, the adjective. Take a look at the chart at the beginning of the chapter, and you'll see that those endings look awfully familiar. Okay, I'm going to pause for just 1 second. We're going to go back. Okay, these are the endings we're talking about here. Okay, these are the ones. They look familiar. Right? Okay. So they look familiar, all right? And now we're going to find out why. That's Because they're just like the noun endings that you've already learned. So why are the adjective endings so much like nouns? Nouns and adjectives go together like bread and butter, like peanut butter and jelly, like hot dogs and mustard and ketchup. Adjectives, you see, describe or modify nouns. That is, they tell you more about them. If you were to say, for example, the tiny ball, the word ball is a noun, and the word tiny is an adjective telling you what kind of ball it is. Hey, it's not just any old ball, but a tiny one. Okay? That tells you something that you wouldn't know otherwise. In fact, all adjectives answer one of the three questions: what kind, which one, and how many. Try this sometime. Pick out any old adjective and put it together with a noun and ask yourself what question it answers. All right, here are some examples of questions and answers. All right, so let's say we see our sentence, he is a big boy. Okay, he's a big boy. All right, now boy is your noun, big is your adjective. So it answers the question, what kind of boy is he? Oh, he's a big boy, definitely not a small one. Okay? Example number 2. There are 2 horses. Okay? So the question, we've got horses, okay? And you've got your adjective 2. And that answers the question, how many horses are there? Oh, there are 2 horses, not 1,000,000 bajillion, right? Just 2. Okay? Don't worry so much about which one right now, okay? Just kind of focus on what kind and how many. All right, we'll learn about which one later. Okay, but for now, let's go through our adjective grammar questions. Okay, number 1, a noun is a blank, 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 or blank. Okay, a noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. Okay? And again, I'm pulling all this information straight from the text, okay, that we just read together out loud. Number 2, a verb is an blank blank. Okay, a verb is an action word. Okay, so we've got nouns like king, feather, flower, cup, book, love, happiness. Okay, those are all nouns. And then you got verbs like run, jump, sit, laugh, eat. Okay, those are all verbs, action words. All right. Now we've got a third part, adjectives. Okay, adjectives blank or blank nouns. All right. And what do adjectives do? They describe or modify nouns. Okay, and just as a quick side note, guys, all right, the word modify, okay, this is a very technical term. Okay, so if you're speaking about language, all right, saying that the adjective modifies the noun, that's more correct. Okay, it's a better way to say it. It's like very specific. Okay, it's got a specific application. So it's cool if you're able to use modify. Okay, it simply means to describe, right? It's describing the noun. But if you say modify, it's technically more correct. Okay, if that didn't make any sense to you, that's totally okay too. All right, we're going to keep going over these things. All right, number 4. The 3 questions an adjective, not asks, answers. Silly magistra, typos are for teachers. Okay, so the 3 questions an adjective answers are what kind, Okay, like what kind of dog was sitting in the window? A happy dog or a silly dog, right? Okay. Another question that can be answered by an adjective is how many? Okay. How many hobbits were running on the hill? Uh-oh, well, 3. 3 hobbits. Okay, or how many dragons were flying through the sky, right? Oh, 7. 7 dragons, right? That's how many. Okay, and finally, which kind? Whoopsie daisy. Not which kind, which one? All right, so those are the 3 questions that adjectives can answer. All right, and we'll do some more practice with that next week. But fret not, my young squires. We are going to move right along here. All right, if you need more time, pause the video, write these down. But if not, we're going to move on. Okay, this is the second half of our grammar lesson for today. All right, and we're going to talk about adjectives and agreement. Okay, so we're just continuing our talking about adjectives. Okay, and remember, adjectives describe or modify nouns. Okay, so same deal here. Because nouns and adjectives go together, the adjectives match the nouns they describe. As a result, adjectives have to match the nouns they modify. Whoop, there's that word again, that super specific technical term. Okay, they modify in gender, number, and case. That means that they decline or list their forms very much like nouns do. Only one thing about them is different. While nouns have only one gender, adjectives have to be able to go together with any noun. Therefore, adjectives have versions for all 3 genders. That's why the word magnus is listed in your word list as magnus, magna, magno. The first form, magnus, is a masculine form. The second, magna, is feminine. And the third, magnum, is neuter. So make sure that your adjectives always match up with the nouns they describe or modify in gender, number, and case. Ha! Matching up like that in all 3 ways is called agreement, and it's very important. After all, your nouns and adjectives can't go together like your hand fits into a glove if they don't agree in gender, number, and case. Okay, so let's just talk about what that means. Okay, like, what, Magistra? I don't know. What do you just read to me? I don't know what that means. All right, so let's think about it. Let's go back to our speed test from the beginning of class. Okay, now, so far, these are our noun endings, all right? And we've learned that there are 3, we've learned 3 sets of them, okay? The first declension is feminine. Okay, most of the first declension nouns are feminine in gender, right? So that's one gender. Second declension, okay, you've got masculine nouns and you've got neuter nouns, okay? Those are the 3 Latin genders, okay, 3 possible Latin genders. There's 3 of them, all right? But remember, can a noun change its gender? Think about that. What do you think? Can a noun change its gender in Latin? Nope. Okay, so a noun has to stay the same gender, all right, forever. That noun is going to be that gender. So the word for water, aqua, aquae, that's going to be feminine forever and ever and ever until the end of time, okay? And I promise you that. You can quote me on it, okay? Or the word lupus, lupi, all right? That word is going to be masculine forever and ever and ever until the end of time, okay? And you can quote me on that. All right, so there are 3 genders in Latin. Now, if the noun cannot change, we need a chameleon. We need something that can change itself so that it'll match. Okay? So let's say we have the word, whoopsie daisy, equus. Okay, equus is masculine. All right? So you're going to need an adjective that has a masculine ending. Okay, you can't say, oh, okay, so pretty much it has to match in gender, number, and case. All right, and that's why these endings are super similar to the endings that we've seen for our nouns. Okay, they're very similar. All right, so let's go over the grammar questions. All right, and if that didn't make any sense to you, I promise you in time it will when we see some examples and do some translating together, okay? So relax, don't fret, just sit on back and take a chill pill. All right, adjectives. Number 1, adjectives have to match the nouns they modify in blank, blank, and blank. All right, what are the 3 ways they have to match the nouns they modify? There's that cool word again. Okay, they have to match in gender. Okay, so if you have a masculine noun, it has to be a masculine adjective, or a feminine noun has to be a feminine adjective. Okay, so we've got gender, number, and case. All right. Number 2, while nouns have only blank, adjectives have to be able to go together with any noun. Okay, so while nouns have only one gender, adjectives have to be able to go with any noun. Okay, so adjectives are the ones that kind of change their clothes to match their partner, right? So let's pretend our friend noun is going to a party, right? And this is noun. Okay, this is noun. And he wants to wear the same outfit as his friend, adjective. Okay, but noun, he's a super grumpy old man, right? And he doesn't like to change. Okay, and he won't. He's not going to change for anybody. But adjective, okay, adjective's cool. Adjective is pretty chill. He wants to go with the flow. All right, he wants to change. So to go to this party, adjective changes his outfit so that he can match with his grumpy old friend, noun. All right, so that's what that means. Okay, and we'll talk about that again later. Number 3, label the dictionary form of the adjectives below. Okay, now, before we answer this, I do want to bring your attention to the vocabulary that we learned at the beginning of this lesson. Okay, we've got adjectives down here. Okay, draw your attention over here. Okay, let's just get rid of this so you don't have to look at it because it's just distracting. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this is where we are. Now, if you notice, all the adjectives have 3 forms. Okay, magnus, magna, magnum, parvus, parva, parvum, verus, vera, verum, falsus, falsa, falsum, dubius, dubia, dubium. Okay, that's because these adjectives need to be the chill, go with the flow kind of guys to go with their nouns who are super rigid and just don't want to change for anybody. Okay, right? There's 3 forms, 1 for each possible gender in Latin. Okay, so that way, whoever their friend is that they're trying to match, they can quickly do a costume change and match with the noun. Okay, so now, if you notice, what order do we go in? Okay, magnus is masculine. Magna is feminine. And magnum is neuter. Alrighty? Now, number 4. If a noun and an adjective match in gender, number, and case, it is called agreement. Alright, so let's say our grumpy old friend noun and our super cool chill friend adjective both go to a party and they match. Okay, that means they are in agreement. All right, they are in agreement that they are definitely the coolest looking people there in their matching outfits. All right. So that's it for this week's lesson. There are 2 things that I need for you to do. Okay. Actually, just kind of don't look at this real quick. We're going to go back to the beginning of the video, okay? And this is what you need to do for me. Okay, so now that we've gone through, we've watched the YouTube video, okay, that was this one. And as we went through this video, you filled out this week 5 work packet, okay? You need to submit that on Google Classroom to get credit for it. And you also need to take and submit the Chapter 11 open book quiz. Okay, that's on Google Classroom, the link to which you can find. All right, so please take that, okay? All of these things are due no later than Friday, April 24th. So you've got a full 5 days to do this work, okay? And remember, the quiz is open notebook, so don't freak out on me, all right? And quick reminder, study your vocabulary, okay? Continue to study your Latin vocabulary, because at the end of April, I'm going to be collecting your April flashcard calendars, okay? So that's it for this time. I will talk to you guys soon. I miss you very much. I hope you guys are well and staying healthy, and I hope your families are all right as well. I'll talk to you soon. Walete.